Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. It's snowy one at that, so exciting to have the opportunity today to take you on a virtual tour of the new school. So to help us today a little bit, we'll kind of have some maps to assist you in understanding where we're at. So right now we're filming from the entrance of the school, and I'm going to turn around so that you can see the glass and the framework for the doors. The double doors to the main entrance have been put in. So as you look out the school and as you come up these stairs and on the sidewalk, you will walk into the school. To the right will be your office area. So this is our main office area. So anyone coming into the school as a visitor will have to check into this office area. And of course you can see we still have some walls that need to go into this area as well. But as we turn around, we look, they're doing some face work here. They're installing some stone on the wall behind me, so that will be a brick face. And a lot of the things you're going to see today are enhancements that were not in the building the last time we did the tour. So we're going to step over and take a look at the map. So as you came into the building today with me, here's our main entrance. So we came up the steps, we walked in these double doors, and our elementary, middle school, high school office is on that area. And then as we look down this hallway is the direction we're going to go. We're going to go down this hallway and we're going to make our way into our early childhood, kindergarten, and first grade classroom. So if you want to follow me, we'll make our way down. And again, we're still looking at installation of a wall in this area here. This is the high school area. You can see they've done some brick work here, finished stone look on that outer area of the office. We'll make our way down the hallway. So as you come into the school and you turn to your right, this would be the wing where you would come to for the elementary. So as you come through this, there will be signage in here so that it will indicate to you which direction you need to go. So obviously at this point, we are going to go to our right. We're going to walk down this hallway and we'll show you some of the areas that are in this room. The first room we're going to look at in this hallway, this is what we call a flex classroom, but it's also going to serve as our elementary computer lab. So as we look inside, lights are somewhat limited here today, but they're busy installing whiteboards and finishing the grid work on the ceiling for this area as well. As we continue to go down the hallway, on our right here will be a teacher's workroom, and on the back side of that is the mail room, so where everything comes in, and then that is also the office area, which we will go into near the end of our tour today. So we continue to go down the hallway, and now we're going to turn and go to the end of the hallway. We're going to start down at the end of the hallway and then make our way back up to this main hallway. As you can see, lots of work continues to take place. They're finalizing all of the heat and duct work for this area as well. So now we're at the end of the hallway here, and at the end is an entrance for early childhood kindergarten, so parents will be able to drop off on this area. So there will be a drive-up area, and our early childhood through kindergarten students, those that are being brought to school, can be dropped off to this area. There is a stairwell here to my left that goes upstairs, and above this level is the middle school. So as we step in, this is an early childhood classroom, and you'll see from these classrooms, nice and spacious. There are areas in here right now where they're storing materials here, but you can see on the walls that the whiteboards are up. And the bathrooms have all been completely installed here, so all the tile work is done in the bathrooms, and they're waiting now for the fixtures. So each of the early childhood classrooms, there's 3 of them here, will have their own bathrooms. They'll have their own areas for storage. Each classroom has a storage area. And outside of the early childhood classrooms is an area between the buildings. And we have a little fog on the windows, but I'll ask Angie to just take a peek out the window so that you can see the space between the building. And the reason I'm asking her to show you that area is so that as we come back in, between the building will be a playground unit. And this is the playground unit that we have selected for this area. The manufacturer is Flagship, and they will also be assisting us with a playground unit for the upper elementary students as well. So again, this is an early childhood classroom. And as I indicated to you, each of the early childhood classrooms will have their own bathrooms. Plus, this is the sink area here for the students to wash their hands. So again, you can see that the tile work has all been completed, as well as the painting in those areas and the door frames as well. So again, this is the third of the early childhood classrooms. And as Angie can point out to you, we also have doors that have already been installed, so lots of progress being made in that department as well. So as we come back out of the early childhood classrooms, we're going to go back down to into the hallway again so we can make our way back through the kindergarten classrooms. So one of the rooms that I'm standing in here is a kindergarten classroom, and again, each of these rooms has been designed so that the students, there's storage areas for the teacher as well as bathrooms in each one of the things. One of the things that we want to stress to you today, and one of the things that you'll see because of all the light that's coming into the building, when our design committee worked on putting things together, there were 3 priorities that were addressed by the design team. One was lots of natural light. The second one was functionality of the building, the way it was laid out. And the third thing was making sure that we had a high quality work done, not only by Wiese Brothers themselves, but by all the subcontractors, as well as the products that we were selecting for the school. So I can assure you that we're on track to meet all 3 of those goals. So we're going to make our way back out of this kindergarten room and make our way down the hallway. And again, if you remember, on the other side were the early childhood classrooms. So we have another kindergarten classroom here on the right. And you will see that the tile work has been completed in the hallways, and we'll show you more upstairs. But again, this is for durability and just cleanliness of the hallways and nice open spaces for our students to move about the hallways. This will be one of our first grade classrooms, and again, the first grade rooms have bathrooms as well as a storage area for them as well. And you can see the colors, the accent colors have all been painted and installed. And again, as we look out the windows here and you can see the river valley, you'll be able to get an appreciation for the scenic beauty that we have. So I'll just ask Angie to go over and take a few photos. So we made our way back down the hallway. There is another first grade classroom right across from this classroom. You'll notice it's a little conference room here, so we had the flexibility to install some of those flex areas, and so each of our levels has a conference room. We will come back down to the end of the hallway, And before we make our way down to the upper elementary wing here, we'll just take a look at, this is called the entrance, the district entrance is behind me. We have a speech and language room on my right or on my left, and there are no lights installed in there right now. So Angie's just taking a look with that. But again, speech and language here, and our community ed offices. And I'll ask Angie just to step into this area here where you can get a feel and appreciation for the community ed office. Again, this is one of the two entrances that we will be utilizing. Behind me is, this is called the district office entrance. So as you come through these double doors, the district office will be located on your left. So again, you'll be able to come in and announce who you are, state your business, and then be able to access the building once you check into the building. So again, this is one of two doors that will have access during the school day. Now we're going to turn around and we're going to head back down the hallway. And as we do, we will be coming to the center part of the school where we made our right turn. And so now as we come back to this main entrance, we will begin to share with you the second grade classrooms. And so they will be on my right here. And again, as Angie steps in here and takes a look at this area, again, lots of natural light in the room. And the area that is directly outside of this room would be the early childhood playground area that we indicated just a few minutes ago. So we're back at the main entrance where we came in, and I showed you that we were going to take a right, and now we're going to take a left, and this will take us into our upper elementary grades. So second grade is directly in front of us, and then our third through fifth grades will be located in this area. So this would be our grades 3 through 5, and the classrooms to my right here, these are special education classrooms. And then as we go down the hallway, we have a math and intervention room. And then on my left are the third grade classrooms. And as we make our way down, you can see that we have a designated office area here. We have a Title I reading and math room, and then we would make our way down to the end of the hall in which you would see grades 3, 4, and then our fifth grade rooms would be over here. And again, as you can see, they're finishing the work, the tile work, and the areas that are out away from the wall here, these various areas in between, these are the coat rack areas. And so again, we're happy to see the tile being finished. And as we step into one of our elementary classrooms, you can see the accent colors have all been completed in these rooms, as well as the smartboard and whiteboards that will be that have been installed. And now it's a matter of getting the rest of the ceiling panels in. And once they get that completed, they'll be moving forward and with the check off of each of the rooms. Good morning. Good. So as you can see, and I'll point out to you this morning, each one of the classrooms already has a checklist next to it. So that's an indication that they're ready to come in and do a punch list or a checkoff list on all the areas and all the products that are installed above the ceiling. And once that's done, then they will move forward with the installation of the rest of the tile. So we're going to go back to the main entrance of the school, and as we do, again, you'll notice that large expanse of the hallways here, and nice areas for our students to flow into. So we'll have some soft seatings in this area as well. And again, if you turn around and I have Angie look out the door, obviously lots of natural light coming into this hallway as well. The rooms that are located here, you'll see lots of cable hanging here, and this is the data cable that goes in. There's a tray up above in which it all runs through, and to date they have about 8 miles of cable laid so far, so we have lots of cable that's going in, and again, technology is one of the emphasis that we have in our building, and so we will have lots of technology capabilities within this new structure. Areas as a bathroom area designated, so on the right would be the boys and on the left would be the girls, and as you can see from this, they have completed the installation of the tile and are getting ready to do the installation of the fixtures. So again, good progress being made in these areas. So we're back in the main entrance of the school. As I indicated to you before on the map, as you came into the school, you would take a right to access those buildings. We also have 2 elevators in the school, and one of them here is on my left, and you can see that they completed the installation of that elevator. And the next area I want to show you that's directly adjacent to the main entrance of the school, this is called the form room. It's actually a meeting room, so we will be able to have class meetings. We will be able to have our school board meetings here. You can see that each of there's 3 different levels here, so each of these will have tables in front with chairs behind, and we will be able to seat 100 people in this room. So again, this is the form room or the meeting room. As we go back out of this area, you'll see that we're back out in the front of the area. They've done some work here where they completed the installation here of our display cases. So again, this will be directly across from the main office area. So we're going to bring you back to the map here and just show you again the areas that you were in. You can see just a moment ago we were down in the early childhood. We have 3 of those classrooms. We have 2 of the kindergarten, 2 of the first grade, 3 for second grade, 3 for fourth, 3 for third, some 4th grade classrooms, and a 5th grade classrooms as well. So now, again, we're in the main entrance here, and this is the form room that I showed you just a moment ago. We're going to make our way around the stairwells here, and this is the commons area, and this is where we'll be showing. This is where we'll be serving our lunch, and you can see the kitchen area there, and the auditorium and the gymnasium. But next we will go upstairs, and we're going to show you the 2nd level, and I have a map up there so you can see the 2nd floor as well. So we'll make our way over. So I'll just have Angie kind of pan our camera here so that you can see as we look down the hallway here. This is the kitchen down at the end of the hall, and you can see the windows above, and of course scenic beauty today with the snow on the trees. It's just gorgeous outside. And then as we look the other direction, this would be the high school commons area, and the areas behind us, and I'll explain these right here. On either side of the hallway, these are called reading stairs, where students can gather, they can do some reading together, they can visit with one another. But again, these are called learning stairs. And then on either side of the learning stairs are stairwells that will take us up to the second level. We'll make our way upstairs at this time. So again, now we're upstairs and we can look down on the commons area and you can see the gymnasium and the concession stand area with the two large openings over here. And then the stonework that has been installed around the entrance to the theater. So as you can see from this vantage point, again, we're above the main entrance of the school. You can look out on the parking lot area will be located on the west side of Pine Meadows Lane. So I'll give you an idea. This is the map for the second floor. So we're standing in this area right here, and this is going to be a locker bay area for our high school students. You can see the lockers located here. Behind us is the art room. And there's a kiln room as well as storage rooms for the art room. And this is our FCS, Family Consumer Science classroom. And then across from that is the Library Learning Center. And then as we come down the stairwell or down the hallway here, you can see that we can turn right or left. So this is the area that is facing Pine Meadows Lane. And this is our middle school. These are all of our middle school classrooms. And the rooms in back of the middle school then will be our high school. So we'll make our way down the hallway here. So again, our Family Consumer Science classroom is located here. And then our Library and Learning Center. And we're going to walk in here so that you can get a feel for the Library and Learning Center. Again, if you recall from downstairs, here's the elevator. So here's the elevator that's in the office area that comes up to the second floor. As you can see from the colors that have been selected for the library, we have an accent of blue in this area, and behind me we have some like burnt orange color. But we'll go over here and take a look and just have you get a feel for the scenic beauty that we have from this area. So as we look out the Library and Learning Center windows, you can see that they're doing some work on the main entrance to the building. So again, they're laying the foundation for the steps and the stairs and the sidewalk area that will be coming up. So we're really fortunate that the weather has cooperated throughout the building and construction of the school. It's kind of unheard of that we can be doing this work this time of year, but there is no frost in the ground, so we're really blessed to be able to continue moving things forward with the outside construction. As we look to the west end, you can see the athletic fields, and adjacent to that will be the parking lot area, so where the trailers are currently sitting and some of the construction materials, that will be our main parking lot. This room is fast becoming the favorite room of the school, and it noticeably so because of just the scenic beauty that you can see out the windows here and the open expanse. The area behind me here is what we're going to call a reading nook. So there'll be 3 different levels here for students to sit. This will be a carpeted area and just a general area for students to enjoy reading. And adjacent to that is, as you see this cutout circle here, that is a reading nook. So students will be able to sit in that take some opportunities just to enjoy reading a good book. But again, we're very pleased with just the natural light that we have for the Library Learning Center. So as we go back out of this area, the rooms that are adjacent to the library, we have some conference rooms. So there's a conference room here for meetings to take place. There's one here and one adjacent to that. And then also we have areas that work, which are work areas for library and media staff to work in. So on the end of the library here, there's another conference room here where students or staff can take the opportunity to come and meet if needed be. And then as we make our way out of the Library and Learning Center, we'll make our way down the hallway here. So just to refresh your memory, as we looked at the map, we came down the main hallway here, and as if I can have Angie just turn around and take a look back. So the locker bay area is directly ahead of us. So as we came down this hallway now, we have the option of turning to our right or to our left. We're going to turn to our right now, and we're going to make our way over to the middle school wing. Behind me is the beautiful wood looking finish that they will have here, and this will also be on the lower level as well. One of the beauties of this is that pulls the wood look from the ceiling right into this hallway. So the classrooms located behind me are the science wing. So we have biology and human physiology and anatomy. We will have our chemistry and physics, and then our middle school science over here. So we'll make our way down to the middle school wing. So one of the things you'll notice on these halls is, and the reason that the paint only comes down so far, is that this is the area that the middle school will have their lockers, and they will be double stacked lockers. So we wanted to eliminate as much as possible lockers in the main hallway. So again, this is the area for our middle school students. Good morning, guys. One of the main features of this area, obviously, is the skylight, again, letting in natural light. So these are all middle school classrooms over in this area. So they're working on a door here to the science room. We have a stairwell here that goes, stairs that goes up to the roof area. And then we have a conference room here as well. And the two classrooms over here are the middle school math areas. And if you recall before, when we were downstairs, we looked at the stairwell that came up from the middle school. So this stairwell takes you down to that lower level. Now let Angie take a look at the ceiling in here, so you'll see that they have lots of wires hanging down right now. This area gets what they call a cloud, so that it will break up the view of the ceiling, but at the same time it won't take up the whole. It won't be like a tile ceiling that you see in a normal setting. Behind me are our special ed classrooms. And again, you'll see that each of these rooms is well lit and lots of natural light. We'll step into a couple of these. So again, the whiteboards and the interactive boards have all been hung, and so this is getting down to the point where we're ready to move forward with getting flooring installed on this level. So progress has been really good, and like I said, the punch list is outside each one of the classrooms. And again, as we look out the windows, we get the full expanse of the river valley. So we're blessed with lots of beauty up here, especially today after the fresh snowfall. As we make our way back into this area here, this will be an open area with lots of soft seating for the students, just areas where they can gather and before they have to go to class or during their class or in between their classes. So behind us would be a geography and history classroom for our middle school students. And this area here is just a breakout area, so if we have a group of students that need to make up a task or just want to meet together or meet in small groups, we'll have tables and chairs here to accommodate that. As we make our way down, we have our language and reading classroom. So, for example, Mrs. Boyum and Mrs. Knudsen are currently our teachers in those areas. And you can see the area that Angie's looking at right now is a room that they use to finish all the woodwork that we'll see in the high school wing. And then down at the end of this hallway, we're not able to get down there today because of just the materials that are in the hallway, is our middle school reading and math intervention classroom. And the bathroom is here on the end, and we can step in here and we can see that they have completed the installation of the bathroom partitions, and each of the they're moving ahead with the installation of the features. The grab bars have been put on and the toilets are going in, and next we will go forward with the installation of the sinks in this area, and the ceiling is ready to go in. All the grid work for the ceiling has been put in as well. So again, progress continues to be very good. We're going to make our way back down the hallway here and get ourselves centered again so that you can get comfortable with how this flows. And again, the middle school classrooms all face the Pine Meadows or Icon Drive. So now we're back in that main hallway, and as we look down this hallway, we're going to come back down this hallway. Our wood wall is here, our accent wall, and now we're going to take a left. And so this will take us over to our high school wing. And again, the science rooms are behind us, and we will step in and take a look at those areas. So biology and anatomy and physiology classroom here, and behind us as we make our way through then is an area in between our science rooms. So this is an area that we will have our chemical storage area back in the back of this classroom, and then this is set up very similar to what we currently have. The next room we're stepping into is our chemistry and physics classroom. And then we're going to make our way back out into the hallway so that we don't get you turned around. And again, you'll see the accent colors have been all painted already. Our high school bathrooms are located in this hallway as well. And then we'll make our way down. So now we're in the high school wing, and you'll see that the wood that we saw just a few moments ago that was located in one of the middle school classrooms has been finished, and it's installed on top of the tile work, and all of the tile work has been completed here. Behind me are the two special ed classrooms. So we have two classrooms here. Nice window expanse, can get light in from the skylight over there, and then there's a bathroom in between the special ed classrooms. And again, all the tile work has been done, and they're moving forward with the installation of the grab bars and the toilet fixtures. So again, a special ed classroom here, and you can see as Angie looks up a little bit, the lights are being installed, and so all the overhead work is being completed in these classrooms in the high school wing. again, one of the things I want to have you keep in mind that the hallways are nice and wide, and in this area here, there will be no lockers. So the large expanse you see here is basically will be filled with soft seatings, and students will have the ability to flow to and from their classrooms, meet here, meet with their teachers, etc., whatever the case might be. We have a flex classroom, which is down here, which will be for future expanse, but we have this classroom will be designated as our Spanish classroom. So you can see that, again, as we look out to the back of the school now, we're on the back side of the school, and you'll be able to see the expanse here of just the natural beauty we have with the grove of trees behind us. And the area designated out here is where our upper elementary grades playground will be located. And I don't think we could have gotten a better scenic day than we've gotten today, especially with the fresh snow. One of the features I want to point out in this room, and I'll ask Angie to show the light on the ceiling. One of the things, these are large windows, and you may not be able to see it on the video today or on this live tour, but the ceiling is angled. So from the top of the windows, it angles its way back to the front of the classroom. So it's at an angle, and the reason for that is that allows light to get from the windows all the way to the front of the classrooms. If the ceiling was level, you would only get light into about halfway to the middle of the classroom, but this way, with the large expanse windows, it allows the natural light to get all the way to the front of the classroom. So I'll ask Angie to take a look at the grid work above us. This is the cloud areas that are designated to you, kind of indicated to you. Again, with the skylight above us, this area here doesn't shut off the entire ceiling, but just enough so that you can't see all of the underside of the roof. As we look down the hallway, we have 2 social studies classrooms and an English room on the end. And then as we make our way over here to the south end of this hallway, again, this is the stairwell that you saw downstairs when we were looking at grades 3 through 5 of that hallway. This is the expanse. So we have a high school English across from one another. There's one over here on the left and one over here on the right. And then as we go back, we have 2 math rooms. Will be adjacent to one another. Again, we have a repeat of what was downstairs. We have these breakout areas where students can gather, small groups. They can do classroom work, makeup tests, etc. But again, just with flexibility for the students and staff. And I want you to appreciate the openness that we have here and the natural light coming in from the skylight. We're going to make our way back. We're happy to see this tile work being completed, and the high school wing is at a point now where they're going to begin doing the check off of the ceilings this week. Once that's completed, then we'll move forward with the installation of carpet. Our high school wing is carpeted, and obviously our science rooms will have VTC vinyl flooring in them, so just regular vinyl flooring in those. We'll make our way back down the hallway. We have our main electrical room here, and everything powers the building, comes into this main area here for the upper classroom. So now we're back to that main entrance of the hallway, and so just to review with you for a moment, as we came down the hallway, we can go to the right, and those are the middle school wing classrooms, and we can go to the left. And the middle school classrooms are the ones that you can see from Pine Meadows Lane as you drive by the new school. we'll make our way back over here. We have on our right, we will have a family bathroom. We will have a custodial closet here, and again, the elevator. This is our family and consumers science, home ec, if you want to refer to it as home ec. This is the classroom here. In the back is a pantry, so they'll be able to have some additional storage in the FCS area. So we're going to refer to the map again, and just so you can review with me, this was the second floor, and as we made our way up the stairs here, we came to this Locker Bay area. We went down the hallway. Middle school, again, Pine Meadows Lane is in the front, and then in the back of that is the high school classrooms. This is the breakout area for the early childhood kindergarten playground area. Now we're going to make our way down the stairs, and you will see the main gym, which is a top-down gymnasium. We'll make our way through the theater. We'll make our way past the fitness room and our wrestling gross motor room, and then our shop areas and music rooms. And then we will come back over here so that we're in the kitchen area. And then our second gymnasium, which is for our elementary, middle school students. So. So I'll ask Angie just to point to the right here so that you can see again, this was the main entrance. As you come in the main entrance, if you turn to the left, then you're going to come into this area here, this open expanse area. We have learning stairs on either side. Directly straight ahead of us is the gym area, concession stand area, theater, and way to our right is the kitchen area. So we're going to go to our left. We're going to go into the commons area, and you can see they have completed most of the stonework and have begun putting the railings in. So again, this is the railing area, so that this is one of the areas in which you'll be able to make your way down to the seating. So these areas will open up. The bleachers will be directly in front of us, and so you'll be able to make your way down to see the activities or the games or events that are going on. Again, one of the areas that we have designated here, this will have what we call high top seating or cafe seating, so that people could sit here and look down upon the gymnasium or the activities going. Again, I want you to appreciate the fact that lots of natural light coming into this area. We're really blessed that the design committee put that emphasis on just bringing in as much light as you possibly can. Morning, guys. So the area right in front of me is our activities director's office, so he will be able to conduct his business from this area here. We're going to make our way around the gymnasium. There's a walking area completely around, and on our left is our fitness or our weight room. So we won't step in there because right now our workers are using that as their break room for lunch, so we won't interrupt their lunchtime. So. Again, one of the features we looked at when we constructed the gymnasium is to make sure that it would facilitate having a walking track completely around the area. And as you can see today, it does have that. We will step in just on the far end of the fitness room. You can see that they have begun putting up the vent and heating and cooling. So all of that needs to go in. Again, just a large expanse we have for natural light. morning, guys. So the area that we're now in is the wrestling room, and we also refer to it as an area that we can use for our elementary PE as well as upper elementary PE. This will have soft flooring in it, so when our students walk in, and then it will be utilized as the wrestling room as well. On the far end is a storage area, and you can see the expanse of the door cut out over there, so we'll be able to roll up our mats and store them in that area as well. So lots of storage areas for that. We're directly above the locker room areas, so right down below us are all the locker room areas for boys and girls. We'll take a quick tour through that in just a moment here. We'll go down the hallway. The room behind me here with the large display areas, this is our BOAG classroom. And again, we have two bay areas in which they can display different things. And this is the second elevator in the school. So we're going to make our way down to the gymnasium, down to the playing floor. We are now on what I would refer to as the east end of the gymnasium. Again, these areas will have the same thing that is located over there, both some high top seating as well as just areas for people to look down upon activity. Behind me are the trophy cases, display cases, so again, large expanse of them as well. So as we come down this stairwell on the east end of the gymnasium, here's the second elevator. As we look down the hallway, these are the entrance doors to the west. So for people that need to come in and are not able to utilize the other entrance, this would be the other entrance that they could utilize. So now we're on the floor level of the main gym. That was referred to it. There'll be bleachers on both sides here. Behind me, as we look out for the large cutout here, this is the PE office. So currently that would serve as Mr. Wade's PE office. And then each of the doors going down, each sport will have a designated storage area. And then on the end is some additional storage areas. So we're real pleased that we have facilities to accommodate storage of our athletic equipment, uniforms, etc. So we're going to make our way out of the entrance here on the west end of the gymnasium, and we'll be outside that west entrance. We're going to walk into the boys and girls locker rooms so you can get a feel for those. Again, this is what I refer to as the west entrance, and so to my right here is going to be an area for us to store our football equipment, and so it's also the head end for the electrical. And as we go in, we have our boys' locker rooms. And as you can see, they're finishing up most of the work in here. A lot of, as you can imagine, lots of concrete down there in this area, but in between is coach's office with a place for them to change as well. And so we make our way back here. We have our shower stalls here. And then we have an area here in which I'll have Angie turn around so that you can see a doorway here. Each of these locker rooms can be separated, so we could have visitors on one side and our team on the other, or we could have junior high on this side, high school on that side. And again, each of these is equipped with separate showers, and again, the pads have been poured for the locker areas, and so the work that's left to be done in this area is mainly all of the mechanical work, and the installation of the lockers. So we'll make our way out of the boys' locker room here. So this area is our training room, and it will feature an ice machine as well as 2 whirlpool areas. So our athletic trainer. And on my, this area here is designated as the girls' locker room, so we'll make a quick cruise, but it's just a repeat of the boys' locker rooms, as you can see. One of the differences between the boys and girls is the fact that there are individual shower stalls here, so that's not necessarily the case in the boys. So again, we have this doorway in which we can close it off and have our visitors on one side and our team on the other, or have the junior high on this side and high school on the other side. So there'll be separation between those two locker room areas. And again, in between is the coach's office area. So they just repeat one another. So we're going to make our way out of the boys and girls locker room. And again, you can see that they're completing the installation of the second elevator. So this is the one that is just down the hallway from the west entrance. So this is the stairwell we just came down, but we'll make our way back up the stairwell so we can give you a feel for Again, I'm just going to have Angie just pan so that you can see the expanse of the gym and the walking areas from the commons to the weight room to over here to the wrestling gross motor room, FFA classroom, the elevator. And next we're going to step into our shop areas. We have 2 shop areas designated. Both of them have overhead doors. This would be our metal shop, as we can refer to it. In between the metal shop and the wood shop is a classroom, so it's a small classroom. We'll make our way into that. And as you can see in these classrooms as well, they're continuing with the installation of all the heat and cooling ductwork, as well as the electrical for this area. So wood shop area, and then adjacent to the wood shop area is the back of the theater. And so this is where we'll be able to store lots of scenery items, so we will have a large expanse here. The thinking behind this was the reason we wanted this adjacent to the wood shop. If we needed to construct any set, we could do that and then easily access the scenery room for that. We're going to go down the hallway here before we step into the theater, so that you can get a feel for the back of the school. So this is our receiving room. This is where everything that comes into the school will come into this area. And as you look out this area today, you can see that this is the backside of the school, but semis will come up, make a turn to their left, and be able to back up here and drop off whatever supplies or food items or whatever they need to bring to our school. So this is designated as our receiving room. Now, as we make our way back down this hallway, we will step into our vocal music room. And, there probably hasn't been a lot of work done or improvements made to this area since our last tour, but again, you can see the slotted cement, soundproofing material, and again, they continue to put the ductwork in, and so large expanse of the windows so that we have natural light into the music areas as well. In between the vocal music room and the high school instrumental room Band room, these are practice rooms, so we have several of those areas designated where students can go and work on their individual skills and pieces of music. And then the office areas for the choir director, music director, those are located in the back of the room here. Again, practice room areas. This is the band room, as we'll call it. Again, you can see the large expanse of the room. Slotted cement for soundproofing purposes. They're completing all the ductwork in here as well. So these areas will be ready for painting here in the very near future. We're going to step in so that you can get a feel for the stage area, but the music rooms are designed so that we could have our students come directly out of their music rooms for concerts. So when we move forward into our concert season, they'll be having access to the theater. So we are entering the theater stage. And you'll see this area has come a long way since the last time we were in here, because the last time we were here there was still sand on the floor. And so everything, all the cement has been poured for the building. They're finishing the fascia work around the exterior of the building. On either side will be seating, and you can see they're working on the lights. The cloud areas up above have been installed, and now they'll be working on putting in the materials for the ceiling areas. So a large expanse area. There will be seating for 415 people, so we'll have 45 on that side, 45 on the other side here, and then in the middle will be an excess of 300 seats. We will take a moment and step in from the back side once we get around to that area. But again, this is the stage area of the theater. We're just going to take a quick look inside this room, but this is the mechanical room. This is where all the heat will come from. The pumping systems are all located in this area as well. So I'm going to have Angie turn around here so a little bit so as you can look at this hallway. So as we went down this hallway, we had the mechanical room on our right, our two music rooms all the way down, and then our receiving room at the end of the hallway. And then on the other side of that hallway are the shop areas and the theater. So we're now going to step into the kitchen area, and you can see that there's a large expanse here. So we will have areas here to have 2 serving lines. And you can see that they've completed some overhead fascia work here, and they have most of the mechanical work up above us has been completed. The opening over here is our walk-in coolers and walk-in freezers, so you can see the floor is recessed here so that when it's installed, you don't have to go up any steps or down any steps. You'll be able to walk in floor level. So again, large hood expanse area, an office area for the food director services as well as the food service workers. So we're going to step back out of this area and then take a look at outside the kitchen area. Even though there's lots and lots of stuff stored in this area, this is where our middle school and elementary students will be eating in this area as well. We have some display cases again that have been installed here. Hallway going out to the back side of the building, and we're going to take our walk down through here so our students, once they're done eating, will bring their trays to this area here, and then they will proceed out the back of the building. One of the things I do want to share with you is that we do have plans for a playground unit, and that will be outside these double doors. And as you can see, again, the same company, it's Flagship, Mrs. Lawson has been working hard and long with our playground committee to come up with a design for the playground for our upper elementary students. So we'll make our way back through to the main lobby area and commons area where our students will be eating. And next we'll make our way into the elementary and middle school gymnasium. So again, lots of natural light in this room as well, upper windows so that we can have the natural light come in. And again, today you can see the natural beauty of the trees with the snow on it. In this gymnasium, we'll have seating on one side, so all the seating will be on this side. And we will have seating for approximately 550 in this area. Some of the rooms, we have a changing room here, and it can also double up as a dance room for our dance team. And as we go over to the corner of the gym here, we have a large opening here, storage area there, and then a PE office on that area. And as we look straight ahead, the hallway straight ahead of us leads to the grades 3 through 5. And we're going to go back out this main gym entrance, and again, this will be used for our elementary PE classes as well as maybe some middle school PE classes, but all of our middle school activities will take place in here. One of the last things that will take place in the construction project or the phase of construction will be the installation of the wood floor in this gymnasium as well as the main gym that we were just on a moment ago. So we're back out in the lunchroom commons area, and this is the expanse to the theater here behind me. And as you can see, the stonework has all been put in and is very appealing and very attractive. And then as we walk into the theater, there's a stairwell going upstairs, and that takes you to the light booth. But now we're on the back of the theater, and so now you can get a feel for the expanse of this room. So as we look down this way, and unfortunately there's lots of building products and materials in the way, but the concession stand is on the side. There's two windows, one on this side, one on the other. And then we're back in the expanse area here for the commons and gymnasium area. One additional area we'll show you is the office areas, and this area will serve as a place for, this area here serves as the office area for the elementary, middle school, high school. And then as we look out in the hallway here, we do have a nursing area, so students can, if they're not feeling well, we do have a place for them to go to. But as we go down the hallway here, we have an office area for school social worker, for elementary, middle school, elementary principal's office. And on the back side here is the mail room for our teachers as well as the teachers' workroom. And then as we make our way back down the hallway again, we have our high school guidance office located here, and our high school principal's office here. Conference room here, so if we need to. And then we have lots of areas here that are designated as storage areas. So you can never have enough storage areas. And then as we make our way back, we're at the main entrance here for the district office. So we have superintendent's office, business manager's office, and then again, this is the area for Laura Hahn is currently serving as the district administrative assistant, and so this would be her designated area. So we're going to make our way back down the hallway here and conclude our tour by kind of just giving you a feel again for how the building is laid out. And again, we're very pleased with everything that has gone on as far as with the architect and just the work that is moving forward here. Again, I wanted to bring you back and conclude our tour today with just an overview. Again, the main entrance. We saw when we were upstairs in the Library Learning Center, they're working on the stairs. So those footings have been put in. And then as we came in, our elementary classrooms on the lower level, both on the front and on the back. And then our high school gymnasium, our main gym, our fitness room, wrestling room, our metal shop, classroom, wood shop, vocal music area, auditorium, kitchen, and then the commons area. So I'm hoping that today's tour gave you a kind of an update. Lots of progress has been made, and obviously we're getting down to where we're hoping that by the 1st of June we can be moving into some of our elementary and middle school and high school classrooms. We've asked our contractor, Weiser Brothers, to facilitate moving things forward and getting that wing of the building done in a timely manner so we can move forward with getting things in place for the move. So we're extremely grateful and appreciative to Weiser Brothers and to all the subcontractors that are doing the work. As you can tell today, lots of high quality work being done in our building, and we're very pleased to see the progress that's being made. So thank you for joining us on the tour today, and we'll look forward to having another one of these perhaps in 2 months. Thank you again. Have a great Monday and a wonderful week.